What is up, fight fans? I am Jason Burgos for Sherdog.com, and I am joined by a UFC veteran who is now a man with a 3-sport potential as a member of the One Championship roster. However, in the near future, he won't be competing in a cage or a ring. Instead, he will be competing as one of the contestants on the promotion's version of The Apprentice, and that man is the one they call Super, aka Sage Northcutt. Mr. Super, sir. Thanks for the time to talk The Apprentice and just the latest in your fighting career.
Oh yeah, thanks for the time. Speaking of The Apprentice, I just got back from Singapore filming that, so it was a ton of fun.
All right, good. That's good to know. So they may alter what I had in some of the plans and some of the questions, stuff like that. But I understand why one would want you on the show. You're one of their most marketable stars. But this kind of show, aside from like the physical challenges they'll have you guys do, seems like out of the personality wheelhouse a bit. Honestly, it seems like they're out of the personality wheelhouse for most people. But, there are like these business competitions referenced in the press release for the show. Am I wrong in thinking this show will or it did take you onto uncharted territory that may lead to some funny TV? Or is there more of a business savvy side of you that maybe people really don't realize and you're excited to show them this side of yourself?
Well, man, I wish I could tell you everything that went on. I'm not supposed to tell anything, even though I want to so bad. So I wish I could break down some details for you about what's going on and stuff. But all I can tell you is, if you've seen the original Apprentice, this is so cool. Mr. Chatri and One Championship put a spin on it. They have not only business challenges, but they have different guest athletes. You've probably seen a picture of all the different athletes they're bringing on.
Yeah.
And, some cool stuff. They have some really cool challenges, not just business, but like all sorts of stuff. I can't really tell you. Can't spoil anything, but I wish I could. But they are going to be launching on Netflix here at the beginning of next year. So.
Oh wow, damn, that's awesome! I didn't know it was going to be on Netflix. That's saying something. Now, they're going to the. I'm glad you brought up the challenges and stuff like that, because they're supposed to be these physical challenges, at least in the press release. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but they're supposed to be against other like One Championship champions. Is that something that you also had to deal with? Your challenges were against champions in the promotion?
I was told not to really say anything.
Okay.
Otherwise, I wish I could. But the contestants on there's some really great contestants. They have a different variety of people, and the people that are coming in, the different athletes, different stars or celebrities that are coming in as guest appearances on the show. They're not necessarily competing. Okay. Let's say, but I can't break anything down for you. But it's gonna be really cool what they do with the contestants. A lot of fun.
Was there part of you? I know you probably saw the stuff about the Renzo Gracie, Ben Askren going to be a part of it, George St. Pierre. Is there part of you, the competitor you, the inner fan in you, it's like that wants to go to Chatri? Like, Chatri, I know we're supposed to compete against these certain people, but get Askren in here, get George St. Pierre. I want to challenge them. I want to go against them.
That'd be so cool. I was actually talking about that the whole time. Not necessarily going against them too, but just the show in general, like. Getting to do those challenges, getting to do the different business challenges, the performance challenges, different things that Mr. Chachi came up with. It's so cool. Like, when you guys see it, I know I had a lot of fun out there. I was actually filming at the same time. Brandon Vera hopped in, who's the champ. So that was really cool. And you had Ben Askren flying in right afterwards, Demetrius Johnson coming in. So much cool stuff went on. And it would have been really cool to be able to compete like that.
Now, for someone that's still so young, an active fighter, gonna have a long career, stuff like that, like the grand prize of the show will be like you get $250,000 offer to work for Chatri. But do you have any interest in that, or are you gonna be like, even if you did win, you're just like, Chatri, you could save that, just save that for my fights in the future. I don't really want to be your assistant for a year.
No, anybody that wins that show and gets to be Mr. Chatri's work on Mr. Chatri directly. That's like a blessing. That's really cool. They should be super excited because, man, that's an incredible job. Also, along with $250,000, that's really incredible too. So, whoever wins the show, man, that's a blessing because he's a great boss for sure.
In an MMA Junkie interview you did in April, you mentioned going down to featherweight for your next fights and stuff like that, which in how they do things, featherweight's sort of like, for people that may not realize, it's sort of like, lightweight here in a way. However, they do have those hydration protocols, so cutting down and then like hydrating back up with too much weight is not really allowed based on those protocols. Do you have to like make any adjustments in terms of diet to be able to make that weight and not have to do any rehydration, or are you kind of pretty much close in that range they allow anyway, so it's easier for you?
Well, I always eat super clean, as you can tell. I always drink, pretty much the only thing I drink all the time is either water or protein shake. So
right.
I'm always super hydrated, I feel like. My last fight was one championship. That was at 185 pounds.
Yeah,
Which,
yep.
That was a big weight class,
Mm-hmm.
especially walking and hydrated. I didn't know about different weight classes and all that kind of stuff too well. So that was obviously a mistake. That weight class was too large for me,
Yeah.
my body, but being 24 and drinking like several gallons of water before even stepping on the scale and still being underweight, that's kind of ridiculous for me. So going back down weight classes is really great for me. Speaking of that weight class, that's where I was the most dominant before, being 5-0 in the UFC. I think that's going to fit me the best. So that's why I'm doing it.
With featherweight being the planned new division, there's a lot going. Is there some change at the top? What did you think of if you did see it, the Tan Lee and Martin Nguyen fight a few weeks back, especially with Tan's very impressive performance and knocking out like one of the biggest stars, one of the most established champions of the promotion.
Yeah, they have so much talent. Those two guys you just listed, super talented. And Martin Nguyen, you're right. Martin Nguyen's known for having a strong right hand and very skilled. Not only them two, but everybody in one championship. You have the best kickboxers, the best Muay Thai, the best Jiu-Jitsu players, whatever it is, different aspects. You have the best in all these different sports around the world and MMA. So, yeah, it's a lot of great competition for sure. And I'm excited to get out there and work my way up.
After a lot of difficulties in getting up and running, one is, finally getting back in the flow, putting on events and stuff like that, getting a lot of more U.S.-based fighters back into action. Do you have like a set return date or at least an idea of when you may return if you do return in 2020? And along with that, is the plan to fight in MMA or do you want to test yourself in some of the other sports that one championship does offer first?
Okay, first off, of course, my return, we're already about to be December, so
yeah.
Return 2020, unfortunately with all the COVID stuff, that's not going to happen. But the beginning of next year, hopefully beginning of next year, that's when I'm shooting to return, and I'm looking forward to it. And then, what was your second question? You were asking about.
Yeah, if you want to do an MMA or do you want to try Muay Thai kickboxing instead this time?
No, going back in, I want to go back in MMA. I had my first fight back in MMA, and of course, in the future, I could see myself going to kickboxing, those different things, and Muay Thai because. Having a striking background mostly, that's what I've grown up doing. So definitely see myself doing all three of those. And my mindset's still to be the champion. So my last fight, that's only one fight, and wasn't even a weight class that was suited for me. So going back down, people make mistakes, and I think it's going to be great. I'm going to be training harder than ever and coming back as strong as I can.
Now, two of the biggest stars and champions, Angela Lee, Christian Lee, make everybody jealous by being on the same cards together. They're the champions together. When are we going to get Team Northcutt on the same card? Is that a plan for 2021? You and your sister Colby on the same card already.
Oh, you know it. Yeah, definitely the plan. Me and Colby definitely going to fight on the same card in the future. That's the plan. We're shooting for it. Hopefully we can fight all of the cards together. Because so much fun. I know when she fights, oh, man, I get so pumped up. I know when I fight, she gets pumped up. Whoever fights first, we're like, oh, man, no way. We go out there and, like, try to outdo the other one if we can. So definitely looking forward to that.
Now, this is a segment I try to do at the end of shows, and I call it Five for Fighters. I'm going to give you, a few questions to let fans learn about the man known as Super on a deeper level. Just, but just to pull back the layers, sort of like onions on the man known as Super. Just hit me with quick answers, but if you feel you need to give more depth, then by all means, go ahead. Now,
let's do it.
The first one is, you recently got engaged and broke the hearts of millions of women around the world. Congratulations on your engagement, but I want to let the ladies of the world know what they were missing out on. So what is Sage Northcutt's go-to date idea? What are the tricks in romance that helped you woo your future wife?
Oh man, that's tough. I'm always like an outdoors person, so like doing things outdoors, like I don't know, going to see a movie and going outdoors by like the lake or the beach or going out in the woods, doing something fun, like something that gets your heart racing. That's what I like.
Now, if you could have a dream opponent, dead or alive, who would be your dream opponent?
Oh, you already know, Bruce Lee.
All right.
Bruce Lee, for sure. Yeah, his skill set is so good. Sidekick, powerful.
What would you feel? Do you feel it's clearly just a speed that would be the biggest threat for Bruce Lee and you, or do you feel like he just has a wealth of knowledge? He has so many tricks that would be his biggest issue for you?
Well, yeah, his martial arts is similar to my style growing up. Karate. We actually had similar instructors, and I think that martial art style would be super fun to go against because his speed is power.
Yep.
You hear people say speed kills. Like if you have a bullet, like it's, even though it's so small, it's powerful because it's so fast. That's what's dangerous. Speed. So that'd be fun to go against.
Now we always hear about like the pretty horrid stuff attractive women will find waiting in their social DMs. Is it the same for famous, good-looking professional fighters like yourself? Does Super Sage get terrible stuff waiting for him in his social DMs from admirers? Do you have that same trouble?
Man, sometimes it's hard to check because you scroll through. You look at like Instagram, it's at like 99 plus, and I try to go through and message people back to be nice and stuff, like people that are being what's it called, positive or saying good things or words of encouragement or help with something. But no, it's hard to get through everybody. And of course, you get stuff like, so a lot of people will send me like pictures or whatever it might be. But good thing Instagram blurs it out, so a lot of times I just don't even click on those, unless it's someone that I know.
How much is the ratio R-rated and above?
Sometimes I have people help me out going through messages. There's some crazy Instagram messages out there. I don't know what people are thinking. Yeah.
Now,
I don't know.
now the importance of family and faith for you is well understood in your past interviews and stuff like that, coverage of you. Does that mean like your fiance needed to like pass the Northcutt family test, be approved by them to finally take that big step? Or for you, you know what? Love is love, and if you guys are on board or not, it is what it is.
Well, no, of course. I mean, I want my family to approve, and they do. And my fiance Amanda, having the same values as me, us both being Christian, and how we kind of carry ourselves, her character, being good character, honest, like truthful, all of those different qualities is what makes her so amazing. So that's what attracted me to her, and that's what I love so much.
All right, fair enough. Good answer. Now, this is the last one. What is the one activity, and you might have kind of already alluded to this already, what is the one activity that brings you peace, centers you when things in this MMA professional sports game, now this marriage game soon, when it gets too stressful, what's the thing that brings peace to the Super?
Man, for real, the most important thing for me that brings peace, I would say, is picking up the Bible and picking up something to do with God and focus on that, because there's so much negativity sometimes, and knowing that God's there to support you, like you'll be praying about something, or you'll see a miracle, or you'll be praying and you see something happen. You're like, wow, I was just thinking about that, just praying about that, and like God's always trying to talk to you and stuff, and He always has His door open for you. You just have to kind of accept Him in your heart and just kind of focus on that. That brings me peace all the time. So that's my number one thing. I need to do that more too.